Hello? Hello? Okay, so there we go. Alright, so for a while there I was not getting any sound. Sorry about that, guys. I figured out what was the issue, but I know now that you guys can hear me. So, again, that's why I always pull it up on a secondary device. Make sure I didn't do a 20-minute worth of me talking and you guys not being able to hear me, you know, that kind of stuff. So, I guess news update on profile for Fortnite. I finally have achieved getting all the research points necessary to max out all the research skill trees, which put me at just over, up in that top corner you can see, just over power level 100. So at this point my power level increase will be based on survivors, and due to the fact that I apparently have garbage luck at getting mythic lead survivors or mythic survivors from llamas, you know, who knows when that'll happen. So I'll talk more about that in a minute. But, so as you can see, I'm at Storm Shield power level 9. I am almost done with my Storm Shield defenses. I could probably solo it if I really tried. But the reason why I say possible is because the more likely thing that'll happen today is eventually Tyler will get on. He'll see this, because he usually gets on. And then if Epic decides to get on as well, who's somebody who's usually featured in my videos, we will, as a team, probably do his Storm Shield defense 9. Because he hasn't made it to here yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to probably talk about a bunch of random stuff and fix up my Storm Shield, because a lot of stuff got damaged in the last Storm Shield defense going from 8 to 9. One of the things to note, if you are ever at this point of trying to get from Storm Shield 8 to 9, there is, I believe, if I remember correctly, there are 6 waves, and hopefully we can show this later if Tyler does decide to get on. There are 6 waves, and I'm fine with wasting some materials. For a second there, I was like, I should probably switch to, whenever I said I was considering switching to a constructor to limit the amount of resources I'm wasting doing these builds, but right now I think we're just going to load in, destroy a bunch of useless stuff, and then move on. So, I believe it's on wave 5 out of these 6 waves. There is a lobber wave, just as a warning to you guys doing this. In this lobber wave, it's pretty much impossible to survive unless you have enough spots available. So for instance, whenever we first went into this, we first did my Storm Shield Defense 9. We made it to wave 5, and then I only had, I believe, 16 structures left that I could place, because I had maximized my my build. I had just put everything I could into it, so I could kill stuff. But, so I unfortunately couldn't build a lobber shield, and if you can see down there, that whole structure, for amplifier D, has completely changed. The steps are still the same, like the little platforms for them to fall down and go all the way down to the bottom. That stayed the same, but originally all that up there was not there, and actually we're going to go over there and destroy that to free up more structures. So originally in my Storm Shield defense, whenever I did this, that was the one they attacked for wave 5, I believe it was. Let me actually destroy this to free up a structure. So we went ahead and preemptively built a lobber shield before the round started. And like I said, Tyler eventually would join. But we preemptively built a lobber shield originally, and it turns out that that was pretty much useless, due to the fact that the next time we tried it around, the lobber wave was on a different amplifier, and eventually I will get over there and I'll probably show you where we built our next lobber shield, for the next go around. But what's going on, Tyler? I don't know what he's doing. Oh, let me go back up here. we preemptively built this lobber shield, and it turns out it's different. So that's the root of that story, though, is to basically say that if you are doing this, don't preemptively build your lobber shield, because you'll just have to destroy it in the middle of a fight, which was really hard to do because I had placed traps on this lobber shield that was originally connected by these 3 structures here. I had originally built that and put traps on it to kill all the lobbers, and because the traps had, like, they heal the platform they're on, it took forever to take the lobber shield down. What's going on, Tyler? So you finally have your mic in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just filling in on the channel what happened when we did my Storm Shield Defense 8 or 9 or whatever you want to call this.
It was 9. Hey, you want to do my Storm Shield? Did Epic? When Epic gets on?
If Epic gets on, yeah, that's what I was intending to do actually, was to fix up mine and just basically talk for a while about a bunch of random stuff, and then eventually if Epic gets on and decides he wants to help us do your Storm Shield Defense 9.
What was going on yesterday? You didn't want to do anything or what?
Yesterday, what do you mean? So, yesterday was Sunday?
Yeah. Wait, what's the date? 2/11.
Starting up a live stream yourself?
Yeah, isn't today the
It's
11th?
the 11th, yeah. But,
I just put my laptop up too. Wait, did you not want to, like, do anything yesterday? Or no?
what do you mean? I don't even remember what happened yesterday.
Like, you were just in a lobby by yourself.
I probably just left my PS4 on.
So I was in there for a good, like, hour.
Yeah, then I left my PS4 on. Get out of here. So as you can see, we set up this eventually to try and do some weakening. There were walls right here with wall darts, but those got destroyed. And traps do tend to break, just they run out of durability if you don't run, because all my traps I run for damage and stuff. I didn't necessarily roll them for durability. And eventually they decided to start coming down through this way to try and get at this amplifier D. Originally I had traps built in here, but I destroyed them so that way we would have enough slots left open to actually do the lobber shield.
Yeah,
but
and the thing is, well, it didn't work out because they came from a different direction and we didn't even need the lobber shield then.
Yeah, we didn't need it here. So Tyler, have you prepared your storm shield?
Storm shield, no, because I didn't want to like mess my base up. Then we have to break it off. I have max metal, so.
Well, no, I mean I'm saying just like it might be a good idea to go over if you are planning on doing it today to start working on that.
Yeah, but I just kind of don't want to mess it up, you know.
How would you mess it up?
I don't know. Put trap tunnels where they don't need to be.
I mean, I don't think there's anywhere that you could really place trap tunnels that they wouldn't need to be there. I mean, you've seen my base, and we went through it all pretty much yesterday when we had to, because we failed it the first time when we had to pretty much rebuild most of it. You've seen how it all goes.
Yeah, we had to rebuild it all.
Yeah, if you want to go to your storm shield and do that, that'd probably be a good idea to get it ready.
Then do you want to get in like a party or something?
Maybe in a bit. Yeah. So another thing I did notice today was that I am now down to... Okay, so that all does get destroyed, so let's get rid of this then. Originally we put these steps here to possibly funnel in a little bit more of like the lobbers or the flingers, so that way they'd just come up here, but half of it just got destroyed whenever we whenever that meteor went off. So we also put this here to block them from coming around this way, was the goal here. Let me actually place, no, I'm gonna leave that. I think if they destroy this, if they do try to destroy this, most of the time they just were coming through here, and then we're deciding to, instead of going down in here and following this trap tunnel, they were going all the way around here and attacking here to get in. Don't know why, but I will need to put traps there right now. I think I'm just gonna wait, because I don't quite have the resources I would like to have to put 130 traps all in here. We are probably going to be trying this Storm Shield Defense 10 with the traps that we have currently put up, but I would recommend Storm Shield Defense you try and do it with 130 traps. Let's also do this so they aren't tempted to go that way, because we don't have a puncher, so there's no reason for them to go all the way down here unless they're dropping down from over here. So I'm not thinking that's what it was. I think it was just that they got so crammed in here they didn't have enough room to go through, so they just broke this down. But who knows? We'll see what happens when we do this again. Let's heal all this up.
Sorry. Nope.
Oh yeah, Tyler. So you know Key Sage?
Wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he might be buying the game because it's 50% off.
What, Save the World?
Yeah.
Can't.
So.
Wish I could.
Hey, we'll get him to a high power level, then he can help us with all of our storm shields. We'll help him with all of his, and yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to be done with all my storm shields by the time he gets to our power level.
I know.
Let's see,
Same.
let me make a
I
puncher.
just have candy and twine, and I'm like, I still haven't done candy. I don't want to.
Oh, there's my puncher. I don't know how I missed that the first time. Let's do this out of a 106 just because, and then I think I need to go back up there and upgrade that wall one more time.
Sorry.
So let's see. So what are you doing over there, Tyler?
Jeez, I got stuck, but I was trying to repair like all of that stuff over here. Like,
Alright.
brick.
Let's see. That doesn't necessarily need it. They might drop down through here, but it's fairly unlikely. Right now, I'm just gonna heal this. I think that's good. Let's go. Have what now? I'll just remake this out of this thing got absolutely annihilated. Let's see, why is this here? I don't think there's a reasoning for that being there. I guess as a way to get... I didn't catch any of that, Tyler. What was that?
Won't I have to place another amplifier?
I don't believe so. You might want to go check, but I don't believe so.
Because you had to on yours, didn't you?
It might be because, well, the thing is that I already pre-built for the 2 amplifiers I wanted, so that might be why I'm not remembering if I had to place one, but I didn't think I did. So I am leaving this one pyramid back here where it was placed, so that way we can get back out. Back out of here if we do like build ourselves in. For instance, so last time whenever this got absolutely wrecked, we were back in here building all this again while the zombies were coming in, so that I'm gonna leave this here just in case that happens again when we're doing this amplifier. But I still need to upgrade this stuff. So aside from that, and I think I was starting to mention it before, but I don't remember where I stopped in this story, but I did, and I mean, it's not really a story, it's something I just kind of mentioned, which was the fact that apparently I lost 1 subscriber over the weekend. Always sad to see you go. Hopefully, whoever you are, you decided to possibly stay watching the videos even though you unsubscribed. Would be nice, but you know, always sad to see a subscriber go when I'm this small of a YouTube channel. I'm sure, you know, Philip DeFranco level YouTube channels don't really care, but I do because, you know, small YouTube channel, even though I'm not getting paid, and it's not like it makes a big difference, like, in my life. It's just, you know, it's sad to see people go. I also realized I haven't seen Sarah around lately, or her sister. They used to stop by a lot, but, you know, whatever. Just been a while. Let's craft some more of these. I think I'm just going to craft 2, because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'll need another one, but I'm not sure how many more I'll need, so I'm just going to craft that one. We'll go there. I wasn't gonna place traps, but it's like when I'm doing stuff like that, it's just hard not. It's hard not to. So this wall got destroyed. Hopefully Epic will get on, but as you can see, so this is what we revised it to. Originally I had this all like set up to where they drop down and it'd punch them back in and all that. That pretty much on Storm Shield Defense 8, which I'm not sure I got on video, all got just wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. And so, actually, we can probably put one right there, and I'm going to do a ceiling zapper right there, because the ceiling zapper should hit them as they're coming through here. So basically, the new redesign of this one is open air plan, and then pretty much everywhere they go, they're supposed to be getting hit with wall darts and or other various traps. So this also got destroyed, but and then if they do come all the way over here, we will need wall darts right there. Not necessarily that far away, but that is 3 tiles, so that should be able to hit. So as you can see, some structures don't have traps because they were either destroyed or just because of the fact that they the traps ran out. Some of the walls that don't have traps, for instance this one, I guess the trap just ran out, which is weird because the one that was right, ooh, that needs to get destroyed actually now that I'm thinking about it, so let's do that right quick. Aside from that, let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else I did over the weekend that I leveled myself up with maximum research skill tree. We did this Storm Shield Defense. We failed it the first time. Oh, okay, so let's do that. We failed it the first time, and then we redid it and managed to get it, and hopefully we will do Tyler's if Epic gets on. Pretty much over the weekend, as far as Fortnite related stuff, what else I did was, we got on and did some Frost Knight stuff. We were trying to make it the 128 power level mission, the one that I did for 50 minutes before. We were trying to do that, but we just never managed. I think the farthest we got was like 45 minutes for survival time, so not even really that close, but you know, we tried. Epic, and we got a few other people to join in, but we're not successful. I doubt anything's gonna actually get hit by this, but we're just leaving that there anyways, because I don't think we're that desperate for structures necessarily. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as Fortnite content. I didn't really do a whole lot of Fortnite this weekend. I still have yet to, on Battle Royale, do the challenges for the like love banner or whatever it is, the love wrap. I've not yet done that, and I probably won't do that, which is sad because I'm one of those guys that I like to collect everything the game has to offer. But unfortunately, it's just I have no reason for progressing into any further into the battle pass, just because I've succeeded at doing what I needed to do, which was get the max battle pass and get that skin. I guess the only thing I should probably be doing on Battle Royale that I haven't yet done was that got destroyed, was doing the blockbuster skin or whatever it was. That guy, the key guy that was trapped, I have yet to get that skin. Let me place a wall here. Sorry, I gotta think here what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that works for now. I have yet to unlock and upgrade him in his various forms, just because I haven't been really motivated to play. Honestly, Battle Royale has been kind of dead for me. It's always a lull at the end of the season. It seems like everybody's like pessimistic about the future of Fortnite whenever it gets to the end of the season, but it's really not like anything bad. Like the Fortnite's not dying, I don't think anyways. It's not dying, it's just that people get bored of the game towards the end. So another thing is that people are like, oh well, it's Apex Legends, they're shutting Fortnite down, they're gonna finally dethrone the I guess I don't really want to say king because I feel like that's giving him a little bit too much credit, but it's kind of what the mentality is. Like, everybody's trying to root for these underdogs, which would then suggest that, you know, Fortnite is on the top of the food chain, which, again, don't know if I necessarily agree with. I'm going to leave this open just so I can remember to put a trap there. Aside from that, I just have that panel to upgrade, I think. But, so, and they point at all these things that Fortnite has released lately saying that, oh, they're just trying to, you know, not die to Apex Legends. I do and don't agree. People are listing, like, all of these things that they've done, suggesting that that's, you know, proof that that's what's going on. I don't necessarily agree. The only thing that the only actions, I guess I should say two, that would kind of point at, yeah, they're probably scared about Apex Legends, is the Valentine's wrap. That seems very rushed in my opinion. It's just kind of lazy design compared to a lot of the other wraps. Like, it's not a camo, not even the fact that it's not a camo, but it's just, it's not, like, it doesn't seem like it took that much skill to really make. They just kind of slapped it together and said it looked good. Which it doesn't, to me anyways. So, I don't know. That being rushed the way it was, to me, does seem like that's probably them being scared, to be honest. The other thing, there was one other thing. Oh yeah, so, there's been very few times they've made Fortnite, Save the World 50% off. And it's kind of interesting, this was the other point, is it's kind of interesting that they decided to make it 50% off right when Apex Legends comes out. So that to me suggests that they're not trying to necessarily dethrone Apex Legends, or not dethrone, but they're not trying to compete with Apex Legends when it comes to specifically Battle Royale. It seems like they're just trying to say, hey, here's more of a reason to play our brand of game, which would be Save the World, and, you know, offering more content for people that are hesitant to buy it yet. And honestly, I think, so if you don't have Fortnite Save the World and you're watching this video, I'm not sure if I've said this in a previous video, but, you know, I'm saying it now, which is the fact that if you don't own Save the World, I would suggest buying it. The reason why is I do feel like they shot themselves in the foot. I will say that. They shot themselves in the foot by saying, hey, eventually Fortnite will be free. Like, Fortnite Save the World eventually will be free. And they shot themselves in the foot by saying that. I completely agree with you. The problem is that there's a lot of things that most people in the community feel like that Fortnite will need to do before they're going to release it to the general public, because they don't want to release an unfinished game. Now, I get doing updates like they've been doing. It provides new content, keeps the old players interested still. I get that. But I feel like what they're going to need to do is at least finish. So we already have Canny Valley and Twine Peaks. We already have those. What I feel like would make it to where this game would be ready to be released free to play as a completed game would be add a new map area. So that would be one of the requirements. And the only reason why I say that is because, again, the old players are starting to get bored. So release a new map area that's higher than Twine Peaks, and then finish and have a storyline ready to go on the update that finishes Canny Valley out, which they've already done. Finishes Twine Peaks, an entire storyline to go through missions and everything through Twine Peaks, and then a whole